Hello everyone, it's me again. Today I will introduce to you the animated movie, Big Hero 6. Surely many of you have seen this movie, but there are still some who have not seen it, especially among young people. So let's follow me into the recap of this movie. The film takes place in a fictional city called San Fransokyo. Here, homemade robot competitions are being held for creative players. A robot player with an undefeated streak, his name is Yama. At this time, no one dared to step up for the next match, when Hiro appeared with the robot in his hand. Seeing his robot, Yama laughed because it looked harmless. He prepared his money to participate in the game. Then, the two opponents sat down, preparing to confront each other. The battle began. Hiro's robot was thrown up and quickly cut into 3 pieces, making Yama laugh happily. When he was about to take money for this victory, Hiro held out another pile of money, asking to play one more match. The 3 segments of Hiro's robot quickly reassembled themselves. Hiro switched to focus mode, rushed forward, and jumped off the robot's saw blades. Then it continued to separate and climb on top of Yama's robot, and took off one of its arms, then broke the other arm. Next, he continuously punched its face and broke its neck, defeating the target. At the end, there was another moment of excitement for the audience. Hiro was really smart, and he got a bunch of money from him. But Yama immediately played dirty, stole his robot, and asked his people to kill Hiro. Luckily, Hiro's brother Tadashi came to the rescue in time. Hiro's robot changed to negative mode, applied an attack named Yama, and returned to him. When Yama's group caught up, his brother flew over the plank with his motorbike, surprising them. Hiro is bragging about the money he just earned, when the police arrived and arrested him and the group of robot fighters. Because the 2 brothers had to come and sponsor them, teach them a lesson, and get them home. Tadashi asked him not to participate in robot battles anymore, but to use his huge brain for useful things. Hiro does not want to go to university, because he has already mastered all that knowledge. Afterwards, Tadashi took Hiro to his school, San Fransokyo Institute of Technology, and led him into a laboratory. As soon as he stepped in here, he began to be surprised by the creations of the students here. Hiro went to look at the bike with electronic shock absorbers, when a girl came and howled at him. She is Gogo, Tadashi's friend. Next, this guy is Wasabi. He demonstrated his cutting machine for Hiro to admire, using laser-radiated noodles. Next was Honey Lemon. She was extremely excited to meet Hiro, because she had heard so many stories about him. She did not forget to introduce her metal embrittlement machine. From a large block of metal, the lilac turned into an exploding ball of smoke. Finally, there's Fred, in a lizard suit, not a student, but extremely passionate about science. His project is to turn himself into a fire-breathing lizard. Afterwards, Tadashi led Hiro into his private study room, and took a piece of tape and peeled off part of his arm hair, causing a robot to be activated. He is Baymax, a healthcare robot, so we see how careful he is. He came to determine the level of pain Hiro was in. After determining the location of the pain, Baymax sprays disinfectant on the painful area. Hiro was extremely curious about Baymax's appearance. When Hiro said he was satisfied with this care, Baymax immediately returned to his position. At this time, Professor Callahan came into Tadashi's room. He saw what Hiro's robot did. Then he suggested that he could apply here because his age was not a problem. Before leaving, Hiro told Tadashi that he would come here to study. It seems like he was really fascinated by things at this school. To get into the school, you need to impress Professor Callahan. Hiro started to come up with his ideas. But looking at the pile of papers on the table, that's enough to understand that he didn't have any ideas yet. Tadashi immediately grabbed Hiro's legs and turned him upside down, with the intention of getting an idea. After seeing his robot, Hiro thought of something. Day after day, he continued to work hard on his creation. The exhibition is finally here, with countless different interesting experiments. Hiro and Tadashi's friends are pushing their products with incoming crates. When it was Hiro's turn, everyone took the opportunity to post pictures on Facebook. He seems quite lacking in confidence when he stepped on stage to greet everyone. And he introduced everyone to his creations, which are microbots. They are controlled by the headband on Hiro's head. They can create hand shapes according to your thoughts. People began to see the excitement of Hiro's work. He performed for everyone to see the combination of millions of small robots creates different shapes. He walked over people with the support of the robot and could even swing upside down. In the end, there was applause from Professor Callahan and everyone. When his friends came to congratulate Hiro's performance, Alistair Cray of Cray Tech arrived, offering to buy the idea for a large sum of money. But Professor Callahan arrives, telling Hiro not to give his product to them, because he does not trust this Cray Tech group. Hiro listened to the professor and refused Cray's offer. Next was the professor's congratulations to the school. Aunt Cass was very happy and very proud to hug both brothers. While the 2 brothers were confiding about his success, a huge fire broke out in the hall. Tadashi and Hiro arrived and heard that the professor was still inside. Tadashi decided to go in and save him. The professor himself. As soon as he stepped inside, a huge explosion occurred. Tadashi could not save the professor and unfortunately passed away. After his brother's death, Hiro became extremely sad. He secluded himself in his room and refused to eat or drink. Aunt Cass said the school called him again, and it's been a few weeks since school started. But now Hiro has no more mind for studying and puts the new letter in the trash. Hiro picked up his boot and dropped it onto his foot, accidentally causing a microbot to fly out. He went to check on Hiro's pain, but Hiro kept saying he was fine. Then he took the microbot box and tried to put it back, but his hand slipped and he fell face down on the floor. At that moment, Hiro discovered that something was moving in his jacket pocket. It was his tiny microbot. The strange thing is that it is attracted to other microbots, but they were all burned in the fire. Hiro saw that and thought it was broken. Baymax picked it up curiously and realized that the robot was about to go somewhere. Hiro had no shoes on, so he went out into the street. Hiro quickly ran after him, his eyes focused on the robot's direction, without even looking at the traffic on the road. He even climbed on the bus without realizing it. Just like that, Hiro quickly caught up to an abandoned warehouse, but the door was locked. Baymax had to help Hiro so he could climb through the window, then he jumped up too and got stuck. He immediately let out some air, allowing Hiro to successfully pull him in. Hiro walked in the direction the robot wanted to go, then saw that this place was producing tiny robots like his, with hundreds of boxes in front of them. At this moment, the mob suddenly arose. Hiro tried to run away, but he seemed to be quite slow. Tens of thousands of microbots chased the two people to every corner. At this time, Hiro saw a masked man controlling these robots. The two of them jumped through the window, luckily landing safely. Afterwards, Hiro went to report to the police. But looking at his face, of course, it's hard to believe. While Hiro was explaining, Baymax put a piece of tape over the hole in his vinyl arm. At this time, the battery was about to run out. He had to take him home as soon as possible. Returning home, Hiro began to think and noticed something unusual. He realized there was something shady about the Crytek group from the day of the exhibition. Hiro started programming martial arts moves into Baymax. Next is to make an armor for him to increase combat ability. After downloading the data and attaching the combat helmet, Hiro immediately let him try out a few martial arts moves. Finally, there is an eye-catching guide on how to high-five for excited moments. During the night, two people left to find the masked man controlling the robot, when someone's car discovered them. They rushed into the warehouse, but the guy was nowhere to be found. The two of them followed the direction the robot wanted to go. Arriving at a seaport, the robot escaped, flew towards the masked man. Hiro jumped in and hid behind a container, seeing him transporting something from the water. At this time, the car came. It turned out to be Tadashi's friends. When people didn't understand something, then the masked man threw an entire container at them. But Baymax caught it in time. When everyone got in the car and was about to leave, then Baymax was blown onto the roof of their car. He threw a giant punch at him. Baymax immediately blocked it, causing the car to spin around. He still persistently chased after everyone, jumping over the bridge with ease. Seeing Wasabi driving a small car, Go-Go immediately grabbed the steering wheel. She turned the car and flew onto the bridge in front of her. Right now, he was still following right behind them. Go-Go drove across the line before the train could pass. I thought I had cut him off. Then the car was caught by the robots. Go-Go accelerated to escape, but caused the whole car to fall into the water. Seeing that, the masked man immediately left. Baymax took off his armor, helping people emerge in time to escape death. After that, Fred led everyone to his house. I didn't expect him to be this poor, but he is a real tycoon with a super big house and servants. People began to assume that the masked man might be Cray. Hiro will upgrade his team members with his creativity to be able to catch the masked man. Honeylemon has a book bag as her weapon along with her technology. Go-Go will use 2 electromagnetic shock absorber wheels to move. Baymax is also replaced with a new, stronger armor. Fred brought me a dinosaur costume, can jump high and breathe fire. Finally, Wasabi, with 2 arms wielding plasma blades, can cut everything he slashes. And Hiro did not forget designing his own armor to fight with Baymax. Baymax is now upgraded with 5 missile punches that can attack opponents from afar. In addition, the jet system helps him fly. After that, the two did not forget the test flight experience. They flew over a large bridge, hovered over the water, hovered over the city, flew over tall buildings, flying through large hot air balloons in the sky. Then, the two landed on a hot air balloon. Baymax began scanning for the guy wearing the mask and discovered he was likely on an island. The group then moves thanks to Baymax towards the island. When they arrived, a noise appeared behind them, causing chaos in the group. It turned out just a pigeon. Wasabi used his arm to open a hole, allowing the team to enter. The group entered a room and saw a machine with a bird symbol similar to that of the guy wearing the mask. They went into another room, and when they opened and reviewed the camera video here, it's the Crytek flag. They are working on a project called the Silent Sparrow, which can move objects from one gate to another. Then there was the human teleportation test. But when the train launched the girl inside, the remaining door blew open, causing Crytek to immediately turn off the remaining gate. This should lead to the government suspending the Crytek experiment and sealing off the island. At this time, a concrete slab flew towards the group from behind, and it turned out to be the guy wearing a mask. Luckily, Baymax has been upgraded to be able to help everyone. Baymax's arm flew up, shattering the concrete slab. He immediately turned around and flew Baymax back. Fred jumped and flew towards him, but he easily sent him flying. Gogo slid over the wall, throwing discs at him. The angry man chased and attacked her. Honey Lemon is hiding behind the pillars. She threw the ball at the same time Gogo threw the disc away. The ball melted on the floor, causing Gogo to lose control and knock Honey Lemon down. Wasabi immediately lured him to create a distraction. He transformed into many arms to attack, but Baymax can help. While he was enjoying himself, he looked down at his feet that were tied up. Then he threw him away, causing all four of them to fall into a pile. When he was about to deliver the finishing blow to them, Baymax flew, and Hiro flew in to distract him. When he hit Baymax, Hiro fell and promptly pulled him along, making the robot control mask fall off. When he stood up, everyone was surprised. He is not Cry, but Professor Callahan. During the fire, he used Hiro's robot to escape and left Tadashi to save him. This made Hiro very angry. Hiro removed the healing chip, leaving only the fighting chip for Baymax. He continuously attacked him. Everyone in Hiro's group tried to stop him, but it's difficult to control an angry robot. When everyone stopped, Hiro accidentally dropped the mask and Callahan picked it up and ran away. Honey Lemon took back the medical chip and reattached it to make Baymax calm down. This makes Hiro angry and he leaves with Baymax, leaving everyone behind. Upon returning, Hiro repairs Baymax's sensors. When he wanted to replace the battle chip in Baymax, he didn't allow it. At this moment, he quickly opened Tadashi's video to make Hiro calm down. Seeing the video, Hiro understood that his brother invented Baymax for medical benefits for the world, not for killing. When everyone returned, they were not angry with Hiro, but instead gave words of encouragement. The group found data from the USB. It's not that Callahan suddenly became a bad person, but because he invented the space portal, but Crytek took the credit as the investor. And the person in the experiment was Callahan's daughter. That's why Callahan became a bad person. By chance, Hiro learned that Crytek was speaking at this building today, so he and everyone flew over. As expected, Callahan brought the robots to take revenge. He let the microbots build a space gate. At this time, Hiro's group arrived. They tried to deal with him, but it didn't work out. Baymax and Hiro flew forward, but were caught by their feet and thrown into a building. The remaining people began to attack. Gogo was quickly trapped in a sphere. Fred was blinded all over his arms and legs. Wasabi also cannot resist this pressure. Honey Lemon creates defensive spheres, which were also penetrated. Hiro was sucked up to the gate. Luckily, he was able to hold on to a rope. At this moment, Hiro realized that the robots were also being sucked into the gate. Hiro tells everyone to find another angle to escape. Wasabi broke through the wall and escaped successfully. Honey Lemon uses a super stiff ball to cling to it and escape from the sphere. Fred now realized that he could take his hands out of the suit. Then he picked up the board and successfully freed himself. Gogo sped up inside the cage, tearing it open and making 2 exits. At this moment, he saw that Hiro was in danger. He used his rocket arm to escape and fly to save Hiro. Honey Lemon attacks with smoke balls. Baymax and Hiro use Callahan to attack and follow him to the gate. The two returned one by one, destroying the robot blocks, causing them to be sucked into the gate. Below, Wasabi used her arms to cut off the robot pillars. Gogo used his discs to cut these cylinders out. Honey Lemon creates a huge explosion, breaking the bonds of the robots. At this moment, Baymax was caught by him, but the number of robots was not enough to attack 2 people. Flying over, Baymax took the mask and crushed it. The space gate began to collapse. Hiro goes to save him, but they find that the gate is still active. Hiro and everyone quickly ran out of the gate. When he arrived, he discovered that Callahan's daughter was still alive. Hiro decided to go inside together to save her. Inside, the scene looked like colorful clouds, and there was also a lot of construction debris it had sucked in. Baymax quickly located the ship's position and flew over. Hiro discovered that she was in a deep sleep. Baymax uses jets to push the ship, and Hiro will guide him out. As they neared the gate, while they were distracted, a large block of concrete flew towards them. Baymax stopped it with his body, causing his armor to break. His jet was also damaged and stopped working. At this point, the only way left is Baymax's rocket arm to help Hiro out. That means Baymax won't be able to escape with him. Hiro shed tears, hugging his friend goodbye. The rocket arm shot out, and Baymax gradually sank into the space inside. Hiro and the ship successfully got out. The team members arrived and realized Baymax was unable to return. Callahan was arrested by the police, and his daughter was successfully rescued. Returning after everything, Hiro took out his arm. When he discovered the chip was in his jet arm, he immediately created another Baymax with that chip. The movie has ended here. Thank you for watching the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel and subscribe to watch my latest recap.